Lieutenant and Hatchet Occupy, who is basically the guy that, you know, brought me into the fold. He's a juggalo that showed me, you know, what Occupy's about. He led the marches and basically locked me on. And yeah, you know, all we knew about him was 2 of them disappeared. The other got severely beaten, got his ribs broke, and the Occupy Little Rock General Assembly completely abandoned them there, even though they sent them there to their deaths, basically.
Well, who do you think abused those guys? Were they police officers, or were they individual local people, or what? They beat on that guy and broke his ribs.
It was law enforcement.
The law enforcement.
Yeah, but you know, luckily we had occupiers to drag him away before they could pull him in. But then, you know, the NOLA camp where they was at basically got broken up, and he was wandering the streets by himself for days. And he's one of my best friends, and they wouldn't even come up with $85 for a bus pass for him, or any of the other occupiers that were displaced there. And you know, and I think it's kind of sickening that they would abandon the occupiers like that they sent out, considering that there was an occupier named Sims that was homeless, basically, and to get rid of him, all they had to do was just vote him out, because they have a permit in Little Rock. And you know, they voted him out, but they bought a bus pass for him to send him, and he was homeless. They bought a bus pass for him to send him to another city to be homeless, so they don't have to deal with him anymore. But they won't invest a penny in saving a true occupier. And then basically, after I went to New Orleans, the only ones I could find was Luke Flowers and Gypsy and this chick named Cat. And I was so angry and frustrated, and I wasn't motivated by pleasures anymore. I just wanted to get the hell out there before we all got arrested. And they got a consensus, and that's how road occupation works, is 2 beats, since we're all equal, 2 beats 1, and if there's 4 of them, you have to get a 3/4 consensus, because if it's 50-50, since we're all equal, we're you know, gridlocked. But yeah, the 3 of them got a consensus against me and forced me to go to Bourbon Street, basically. And I'll tell everyone I ever meet, I may have saved Luke Flowers' life, but he saved my soul. I mean, I was in pure hell from all the stuff that I'd been through. And as soon as I turned the corner around Bourbon Street, it went from hell to pure heaven. And, you know, before Bourbon Street on Fat Tuesday on Mardi Gras, which is the greatest experience of my life, before that, I knew what I was fighting against. After that, I knew what I was fighting for. The whole world should look like that every day. Wow. And then after that, we went back to Little Rock. I spent about a week there. Then I went to Nashville, spent 2 weeks there fixing a broken system. And we actually did so much good there that Bill Haslam got scared out of his wits, because we were reaching out to cops just as much as we were criminals. And you know, one of the things I was talking about was unions, and how in you know, other places, how we were getting the same pensions for police as military, which they should get, because they put themselves out there every day. And I found out in Nashville they don't even have unions there. It's like working at Walmart or something. And the police were just as frustrated as we were, and that's why they basically let us handle our own business as peacekeepers without any intervention.
Wow, that's pretty exciting. So you've been doing it quite a bit.
Yeah, and then after that, when they was about to get shut down, you know, I went ahead and left, because I already know how it was going to work. I mean, they weren't going to arrest anybody. They learned from their mistakes. What they was going to do is just tear up everybody's tents and take it on and confiscate their property. And I'm occupying the roads. I can't lose my tent, and I'm not going to get arrested surrendering to the enemy. They're going to have to get me the hard way. But then after that, I came to Nashville, and I've been here since Friday, and or not Nashville, Memphis. I've been here since Friday, and each Occupy is totally different. It's a completely different dynamic than anything you've ever experienced with each Occupy you go to.
Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, anything else you want to tell the American people?
Yeah, there is something I want to tell them, and I'll go ahead and look right into the camera when I say this.
All right, I'll get a close-up of you.
Okay, this is not a political movement. This is a global human rights movement. We are made up of all different political factions, including people that are not political at all. You know, I started off as a peaceful libertarian protester. Now I'm a balls-to-the-wall anarchist. We got communists, we got capitalists, we got every type of faction you could possibly name, and our consensus is threefold. We want to get the money out of politics, we want to end the wars, and we want to restore our liberties. We want the Constitution to mean something again. It's a document written by our founding fathers that says that we are human beings and we have rights. And right now our government is trampling all over all that. It no longer reflects the will of the people. And the last thing I'm going to say is this. I love my country, but I hate my government. I want the people to rule. I want direct democracy. I come from Arkansas, and our creed there is regnant populace. And that's basically why I'm here. I don't believe in politicians. I think that they're all bought off by lobbyists, with the exception of maybe Ron Paul, who's a principled man, but he's an old man that has his own flaws. I think that if we had direct democracy and the people voted on every issue, that the government actually would reflect the will of the people, as opposed to, you know, the nightmarish 1984 hell world that we're dealing with now. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and close with that.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for interviewing me.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
All right. Bye-bye.